Hello there friends, and welcome to another video in this series on how to create a WordPress theme from scratch. And this is a theme for a software services agency and things like that. And in this video we're gonna continue to work on our pages, and in particular we are going to have a look at the about page. So I want to add a few things here on the about page. So for example, I want to add a client view here, so you can have a look at some of the clients that this particular agency has been working on. And then I would also like to have a testimonial section where you can find some cool stuff from people, what I've been saying about the company. And I'm going to do that by using plugins. You could hard code it right in here in the theme folder, but I am going to use plugins for this. So I'm going to create a plugin from scratch. So the first thing I want to create is obviously the client section right here. So if we go to our file structure and take a look there, so we have plugins, and if you go to the VP content, close the theme folder there. If you go to the VP content folder, and then you have plugins, just go there, and you can see here you have a few. This one here, Akismet, is already pre-installed. So setting up a plugin is fairly easy. So all you need to do is first to create a folder inside the, or not inside the content, VP content, in the plugins folder. And I'm just gonna name it CIY underscore add clients, like so. All right, and now there's a few files that this one needs in order to function. So if you go back here to our backend and plugins, you can see we got an error message here. Just doesn't exist, so we need some files there, obviously. So let's take care of that. So the first file we need is actually a we need two files. So first we need a file that has exact same name as the folder name. So if you look here at the Akismet, so you can see here that the same file here, akismet.php, as a folder. So if you click on that one, you can see they have some basic information about the name, and it is like the same information you can find in the style sheet for when you create a theme. And then you have some comments, and then you can define all sorts of functions, and you can bring in other files. All right, so the plugin WordPress will use this file to load everything. All right, so let's do the same. Let's close that one. So let's go back to our close the theme there and close this Akismet plugin, and let's go to our plugin, new file, and let's call this one CIY underscore add clients.php. All right, so now we created a file. So first thing I'm going to do is open up our PHP tags, and then add a comment. The WordPress way there. Okay. All right. So first we're going to do with the plugin name, and we're going to call it CIY Easy Client Manager. You can call it whatever you want. Then the description. Then add clients to your site. All right. So if you want to, let's say, sell this plugin or upload it on the WordPress site, then the better description you have, the better it is, of course. Then the version, then 1.0, and then the author. Just myself here to code it yourself guy, and then the text domain. So CIY underscore client manager. All right, and also let's do a little the package there. So let's do text domain, like so, and jump down there. All right, so that's that. One thing we want to do is we don't want anyone to be able to type in this file name directly in the URL. If they can do that, they will mess up. They could mess up your whole site and so on. So let's take care of that. So let's do if and not defined, like so, and then we need an absolute path, abs path, like so, and then let's do let's just exit the script. All right, so that's that. So let's save that, and let's go back to our backend, refresh. All right, so now it's here, right? So EC client manager. Now there's one thing else we need to do for security reasons. We need to add a index.php file. So let's do that. So index.php. And if you look at the already installed plugin here, Akismet, so it also has an index.php here. And you can see that I just have a comment. Silence is golden. All right, so we're gonna do the same. You can put in any kind of comment you want there. But silence is golden is what we're gonna do right now. All right, so you can do comment like this, and silence is golden. All right, so let's hit save there, and we can close that down because we're not gonna use it anymore. All right, so now let's do something fun here. So what I'm gonna do here with this plugin, so when I activate this one, it will create a custom post type that will style in a very specific way. So every time you use that custom post type, it will upload a new client on your page, and then we use a shortcode to display it on whatever page we want. And in our case, I will upload it on I will display it on the about page. So let's head back here, and I'm going to create a another file here. So I'm going to create a functions.php file down there. Let's close this one there. And the file name should be functions.php. All right. So in here we are just going to start with a PHP tag, and then the same comment, and then the package. That's the text domain, and then just the functions for the plugin as a comment. All right, and now what we need to do here first is we are going to take care of the registration and all that of the actual plugin. So let's head down here, and so in here I will first register the post type. So let's do just register the post type, and it's going to be clients. I'm going to name it that. So first we need a function called I'm going to call it setup client post type, like so. And if we go down here, so let's do register, let's go post type, and it's gonna be client, and then let's jump down one line, and let's create an array like so. Okay, so first thing is we need a couple of labels here, and the first one actually we are going to need an array here as well. So first one, there is name. Okay, we want to name it. We're going to name it clients, like that. So the name here would be what's going to show up here. And you can see here, if I activate my plugin, now it's activated, but there's nothing in here, obviously. So it's nothing showing up. So let's deactivate it, and you can see there everything is Nice and fine. So after the clients, let's do for singular name like this, and then let's do well, that would be client, I would assume, and then add new item like so, and should we just add new first, and add new, we add new client, and then for add new item, we're going to put in add new client again, like so, and then we want to edit, obviously, edit item, and let's do edit client, and then we also want to make it searchable, search items, and let's do search clients like this. All right, so that's stuff. Let's do a comma after the array, and then the menu position. So where in the menu back in here will show up. So I will do first menu position, and do number 5. If it's public, should be true. We want it to be true. I want it to be public. Then exclude from search, should be true. And then has archive. If you want to create an archive.php, so also true. And then rewrite. So rewrite will be another array. And you want the slug. You can set the slug here to whatever you want. I want to use just client as a slug. And the rewrite, we want to register a meta box city. Register meta box city, and then do an example meta box, and then need a menu icon. So these are the dash icons. I'm just gonna make it simple. I'm just gonna do the normal post icon, dash icons, admin, users, like so. And on the menu icon, show in rest, yes, show in rest, and let's make that true. Now the support, so you can put various variables here. So I'm just going to do another array there. So it supports the title, and we want an editor, obviously, and then a thumbnail, because we want to be able to upload a picture of the client, their logos. Okay, so that's that. Now we need to add an action. So let's do normal here, add action, and now we need to initialize this one. So init, and then we need to just put in the function name, there's a callback function right there, and semicolon at the end. Okay, so that's that. Now let's try to save this one here, and let's go back here to our backend. Let's refresh. So far so good. Let's activate, All right, so now it's activated, and there's still nothing here because there's a few more things we're going to need to do. So let's head back to our backend or our file structure. So we need to add this functions.php file in here. So we need to just include it as we've done previously with other files in our theme folder. So down here, I'm just going to do a require once, and then we need to find the path, absolute path here to the actually to this plugin. So we can't just do functions.php, because that will not work. So what we will do here is we need to get to the directory path here for this plugin. So we do just a plugin underscore dir as in directory, and then the path, like so. And then let's wrap this in, actually we need to append that like this. And then now we need to tell it it's a file we're looking for. So we do file like so. And now let's save this, and let's hope it works. So let's go back to backend and refresh. All right, it works fine, because now we have clients up here, and if we click on clients here, we have a few clients there that I created before. I'm not sure if these works. Yeah, all right. So let's add more stuff here. So as you can add new client, so you get to add new client there as well. Okay, so let's head back here to our functions.php. All right, so here we need to do a few more things. First of all, we need to add a shortcode so they're visible, and we also need to be able to activate the posts and then style it. So first, let's install all the functions here. So let's go to the bottom. So let's make a comment. So installation of function. All right. So I'm going to do function client post type install. Okay, and in here I was going to set up underscore client underscore post underscore type, and leave it at that. And then just want to clear the permalinks after the post type has been registered. All right, just so we avoid any errors. So just do flush underscore rewrite underscore rules, and then it's empty as that. Now we need to register this one, so let's do a register activation hook like this. All right, and now we need to again do the file for path of the file, and then where to find this one. So we need to bring in this function name up here, this column for this function, and then semicolon at the end. All right, now we also want to when we deactivate or if we ever deactivate the plugin, we want to remove the post type as well. So let's do another comments. Deactivate the plugin. Let's do another function. So let's call it client post type deactivate, and let's do unregister post type, and it's client we're looking for here. And then also once again let's clear the permalinks. All right, so then just again flush. Let's go rewrite rules, like so. And now let's also again register this deactivation hook. So register deactivation hook, and once again we need to do the file, and once again need to call the function here. Let's copy that and paste it in there. And then if we uninstall the plugin, we want to clear the post from the database there as well. So let's do a comment saying uninstall the plugin, and the function is going to call it client underscore post type uninstall. And in here, let's do first if we do a little security thing here, so no one has direct access to the database. So if not defined, let's do vp underscore uninstall plugin, like so. And here just put in die, so we will kill the script. And now let's clear up the database here. So let's do global and vpdb, so WordPress database there. And then let's append these. So vpdb, and let's do a query of the database. So this is SQL function. So first I delete from vp underscore posts, where post type equals client, like so, semicolon at the end, and then another query to the database. So vpdb and query, and now we can delete from vp post meta, where post underscore id not in, and then select id from vp underscore posts, like so, semicolon at the end. And we're going to do one more query. So vpdb, then query. Now once again delete from. Now we want to delete it from the relationships database. So vp underscore term underscore relationship, where the object id is not in, and in parentheses here select id from vp underscore posts, semicolon at the end. All right, now we need to register this function here. So let's do register uninstall hook, like so. And once again, do the file and then the function name up here. Let's just post it in, semicolon at the end. Let's refresh. All right, and let's refresh there one more time. So everything looks fine. And if we go to the plugin, everything is nice. So deactivate, so you can see the clients disappear there. And if we activate, it's back on. Cool. All right, now let's add a few more things here. So let's first add, so we can do a shortcode. And with the shortcode, what I want to do is I want to put up the HTML markup at the same time. So if we go back up here before we install all the functions, just right under where we registered the post type. So let's go down there and just add a comment. Let's say add short code like so. Okay, and now let's do a function get client underscore post underscore type. And in this function, we're going to bring a few things. So first, we're going to bring some arguments. So first args equals, and in this array, we want posts per page. So I'm going to display. Now you can do whatever number you want here. If you do -1, there will be no limit. All right. So if you have a lot of clients, maybe you don't want this. Maybe you want to have some, maybe a limit on 5 or 10, something like that. But I don't have any. Well, I don't have that many for this example. And then post per page, and under that is the post type we want to bring in here. So the post type should be client. All right. So that's that. Just to show you what it's all about, let's say that, and let's just take a look here at our post types here. So I have 3. I would add a new one. Or I will actually, what I would do is I would I'm just gonna take a look at this one here, CIY, and I will delete this one first. Okay, so let's move that one to trash. All right, so you can see there's only 2 left there, and in the trash is the empty the trash there. Okay, now just hit add new client just to show you it works. CIY, and then maybe start writing here something, a pretty cool company. All right, and let's publish this, and let's have a look there. And if we go back to our clients, you have back here, right? So all added. And if we take a look at this, if we take a look here, if the software service client CIY, and let's hit that one. Nothing is visible here anyways, because we don't have a page for it yet, and we have no styling, and we haven't told WordPress what to show yet. So let's take care of that. Let's go to our file structure, and in the function here for get client post type, let's go down here, and let's start with the content. Okay, so a variable called content, it's going to be empty, and then we need a loop, because we want to loop through all of our client post type. So here we get a new php underscore query, and then takes in all the arguments there. All right, so now let's create an if statement with a loop. So if loop, and have post. So as you can see, this is normal post loop. Then let's do let's see, we would probably need a string there. Okay, let's do that. Let's do string, and well, let's not, we need content. Okay, let's append that with a function, oh sorry, a class. So first a section with a class of CIY underscore section, and then a section underscore clients. Close that one. All right, now we need another content, and let's open that. And now let's see, we need, I'm going to put in an h2 tag. I'm just going to write clients. So h2. All right, and then do another one here. Now we need a, I'm going to put up a UL tag, UL, and next here the while loop. So while, and then the loop, and then have underscore posts, and in here we do the post there as well, loop the post. There you go. And now let's put in the rest here. So content appended, and now some li tags, or the li tag, and next in this li gonna have a div. We're gonna create a card, a flip card actually. So let's do div with a class of flip card. Then in here we need another div class of flip card inner. So this is the back side of this whole thing. There you go, and let's semicolon there. And then the front of the flip card. So let's do another content. Then here div, and let's see, we need a flip class of flip card front. Semicolon at the end. Okay, and now we need to get the post thumbnail. So let's do another content. Oops. Okay, so get underscore the underscore post underscore thumbnail. Like this. All right, and now we need to let's see, let's close that one div there. Let's wrap these in quotes there, single quotes. And now let's create another flip card. So content, and in here a div, the class of flip card back, card back, like so. And then in here we need a title and the content. So first the title. So let's do h2, and then just get the title, like so, and open up there, and let's close the h2 tag like this. And then need the actual content, right? So we're gonna wrap those in a p tag, and then get the content, like so, and then let's close that p tag, nice and sweet right there. And then let's close off the divs and the li. So let's do a content, and then let's do closing div. All right, so I need two more closing tags. So I'm gonna do Control-Shift-D to copy the closing tags down there. All right, and now let's also close off the li tag. So let's see, we have li like so. All right, now let's close the end while. So end while, and then let's close off the ul tag. So content, And the content, we need a UL ending tag, and then let's end off the section. So content and section like this. All right, and under end while, let's do an end if. All right, and then after, since we have the VP query, we should reset the whole post data when it's finished. So reset so post data. Come at the end. All right, and now what we need to do is we need to return the content like this. Okay, hit save, and now we need to add the shortcode. So let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a function called add underscore shortcode, and in here we need to put in the name of the shortcode. So I'm going to call it CIY client posts. Okay, and then we need to put in the function there, which in our case is we scroll up there a little bit so we get client post type. So let's copy and paste that down here, and let's hit save and do so. Now let's copy this one here. Let's hit copy, and the front end, let's just refresh. And I said we want to display everything on the about page. So let's go to the pages and let's do an about. And this is the about page. What we can do is we can add another. It's nice to have a little text there, I guess. So let's go back here. Let's see. We need to add new block, and we need to add shortcode like this. And let's paste that one in. And now let's hit update. Let's go back to our services and let's refresh. All right, so now you can see you have the ones that I added here before. We need to add an image. So these are all our clients. All right. So let's add an image to our CIY. All right. Yes, let's go back to our backend and to our clients, and let's have a look at the CIY there. Let's add a featured image, and I'm just going to add this little guy there and update. And let's go back to our about page. Let's hit refresh, and you can see it's huge. So we want to style this thing here. So let's go back there to our file structure. And what we need to do first, we need to enqueue our script or our style sheet just as normal. But first, let's add it. So in our folder, I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm just going to call it assets. And in this one here, I'm just going to, there's nothing else here really. So I'm just going to do a CSS file here. So create new file, and I'm going to call it CIY underscore client style.css. Okay, and if we go back to our functions, let's go all the way up to the top, and let's enqueue it right here. So the comment says enqueue scripts and style sheets. All right, so we need a function. It's going to call it CIY underscore client underscore scripts, and just a normal VP underscore enqueue underscore style. All right, and then the ID, I'm just going to call it CIY underscore clients underscore style. Try to make this as unique as possible so it doesn't clash with any other style sheets you might have on a theme or other plugins. And now let's just do, instead of get template directory URI, we need to get the plugin directory URL. So let's do same here, plugin underscore directory underscore URL, then the file, and then definite here. So let's see, and it's in assets. CS, no, not CSS, assets, or did I call it CIY underscore client underscore style dot CSS, right? And no dependencies, so the array is an empty array, version 1.0.0, and to be on all devices. All right, let's do that, and then let's add this one here, hook it up to WordPress. So first it's vp underscore nq underscore scripts, then the name of the functions, or this function here, semicolon at the end. Okay, and well, nothing's gonna happen because there's nothing in here, but just double check. Let's go back to our style sheet and let's do this body background color red. See if it works. All right, so you can see that. Nice. All right, okay, so now let's style this one here. Let's go back to our style sheet, and let's remove background color, and let's actually remove the whole body for now. Let's reset everything for this one here. So let's do a margin of 0 and padding of 0. Okay, so let's save that for now, and let's add for this section that we have right. If you go down to this one here, section clients. All right, so oops. Let's back to our style sheet. So section clients. All right, so I want the padding of 20 pixels, and the margin should be auto on this one, and max width 90%, and let's do the h2 tag. So section underscore clients h2. For h2, I want the font size to be 3M, and the letter spacing 1 pixel, and the text transform the uppercase, and padding 20 pixels. Let's save there, and let's go back here and refresh, see what it does. All right, so you can see that's pretty right. So we're gonna remove this one here soon, but for now let's head down here and let's target the UL. All right, so we had section underscore client, and then the UL, and then the list style be none, and then this display, I'll display as a grid, and then grid template columns should be all. I want 3 in full screen. I want 3 clients or client posts next to each other. So you can do auto, so it'll be auto sized, right? And the margin between these should be 20 pixels. and then the margin to the other elements should be nice auto as well, and then the max width for these be 90%, and then padding, just 10 pixel padding. All right, let's save that, see what it does there. All right, now we have to do something about the images here, otherwise it's gonna look awful. So let's do section underscore client ul and li, and down here we need a height to be 300 pixels, and then the width should be auto, and then the border is 1 pixel solid, and just a little grayish color, I guess. So I want 7373 or 7271, even better. Okay, let's do that. Now you can see there's a little border right there. Now let's continue with our styling here. So in the image, so section sort of clients ul li and image. So the height 300 pixels, then the width should be 100%. Let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, let's hit save. There we're done. So right, so now it looks a little bit better. We need to do something here about this footer there later on, but let's start with this for now. All right, so let's go down there. All right, so now we need to target the flip card. So we do flip, let's go card, and the flip card should have a background. Color should be transparent, and the width auto, then height 300 pixels, like so. Okay, and next we need to target the flipkart inner. Inner like this. Okay, now the position needs to be relative, and then the text align, this one needs to be center, and then the transition, when we flip it over, the transform of 0.6 seconds, and then the transform style, so let's see, preserve 3D, like so, and then a box shadow of 0.4 pixels, 8 pixels, 0, and the color, let's do 0 black, 0, 0, 0, 0.2. Okay, so that's that, and then semicolon at the end. Let's save that, and let's go back here and refresh. All right. So, okay, so now it's just a matter of make it be able to flip. So next, let's do flip card hover, and then flip card inner. And then the transform, and it should need to rotate on the y-axis and 180 degrees, like so. All right, now let's style the back end there as well, or the back side. So flip card front, then flip card back. Then the position on this one needs to be absolute, like so. Width 100%, height 100%. Then WebKit back face visibility, so it needs to be hidden. Then back face visibility also hidden. All right, now let's take care of the flip card front here. So flip card front, put a background color, a little grayish, like this. Then the color of the text needs to be black. And then the flip card back, flip card back. Oops. And the flip card back, you have a background color of slightly blackish color, and then the color of the text then needs to be white, and then transform, so rotate on the Y axis, and then 180 degrees there as well. And then the height needs to be 300 pixels, like so. And then finally for the text, flip card back, and for the p tag, so margin 10 pixels. All right, so let's see what that does. Let's go back here and let's refresh. All right, let's turn around. Okay, so it's not doing exactly what I want there. So let's go back to our backend and let's deal with that. See, oh, it front, maybe spell that right. See what it does. Let's refresh. So now it's looking much better, right? So it was a spelling error. Sorry about that, guys. Looking good. All right. So last thing we're gonna do is just to make it look better on smaller devices. So if I, for example, make it more small, make it smaller. You can see here it follows along nicely, but at a certain point you don't want it to look like this on a mobile, right? You want maybe it's stacked on top of each other. Also, if I do this, it doesn't look great. All right, so let's deal with that. Let's go back to our backend and let's create some media queries. So I will the comment saying media queries. All right, so undo at media screen, and I'm going to max width here, 800 pixels, and let's target the section clients. All right, so the max width for this one should be 800 pixels, same there. Then the margin auto, scrub so you can see. Then the next thing that is the h2 tag, so client, sorry, section client, and then the h2, and that's the text align center. All right, and then we need to target the UL, so we need to display those as a block. So section clients UL, and let's do display block. Okay, and then also let's take care of the margins on the li tag. So section clients ULLI, then margin bottom. 20 pixels. Let's refresh. Let's see what it does. All right, let's make it smaller, smaller. And now you can see here it changes when it reaches 800 pixels. So if the screen size is 800 pixels and below, it will be stacked on top of each other like this. All right, cool. So that's that. So that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's dragged out a little bit, but this is how you can create a plugin for clients. So next video I will create a similar plugin for the clients. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.